What is the biggest obstacle that will get in the way of you becoming a great guitar player? It's not learning new techniques or playing faster or figuring out music theory or any other musical aspects of your playing. To tell you the truth, nothing about learning to play guitar is all that hard. Anyone can do it, really. The real problem that keeps most guitar players from achieving true greatness is not being committed enough to doing what needs to be done to reach your musical goals. Picture all the things that you need to do to become a great guitar player like a huge mountain in front of you. You're currently standing at the bottom of this mountain, or maybe in the middle somewhere. Your goal is to get to the top of that mountain. As you look up to the top, it can be overwhelming, frustrating, and sometimes just even intimidating. But you will never reach the top and become a great guitarist by focusing on how big the mountain actually is. Instead of focusing on the size of the mountain, imagine all the steps as part of a staircase. All you need to do is learn each step that leads to your musical goals and take one step at a time until you have climbed to the top of that mountain. In order to do that and become a great guitar player, you need to answer this one question. Do you want to become a great guitarist bad enough? Knowing the right steps to take and taking those steps one at a time will get you on the path to success. But to travel all the way towards true musical greatness, you have to want it bad enough. Well, what does wanting something bad enough actually mean? It does not mean practicing 6 hours a day or 10 hours a day or anything crazy like that. So even if you can't practice all day long, as most people can't, you still can become a great guitar player. In fact, most great guitar players have never practiced 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. That's way overrated and basically a myth. What wanting it bad enough does mean is choosing what matters. Choosing what matters. This means choosing to do the things that you already know will get you to your goals and not making excuses for why you think you can't do them. It also means making better choices with how you invest whatever free time you do have. When your friends are out drinking beer, wasting time on the internet, playing stupid games, mindlessly watching TV, you need to be fulfilling your dream, becoming a great guitar player that you want to be and absolutely can be. Most guitar players never become great because they spend most of their time thinking about what they would like to do instead of actually doing it. This is the primary symptom of not wanting it bad enough to become a great guitarist. Let's do a little test right now. Have you ever thought to yourself things like, I'd like to learn how to practice guitar effectively to reach my goals, but I don't have the time or the energy? Or, I'd like to wake up 30 or 60 minutes earlier in the morning to learn, practice, and master guitar, but that's too hard. Or maybe you thought this one. I'd like to learn from one of the world's best guitar teachers, but I don't have the money. Or, I'd like to be coached and trained by the top guitar trainer around, but I don't have the time. Or I'm too intimidated and afraid to even start. Or maybe you've thought something like, I'd like to become a great guitar player, but I don't know if I really can become one. Or, I'd like to be more disciplined about my guitar practicing, but it's just too hard. It's obvious that if you actually did all of these things, instead of simply saying that you'd like to do them, you would dramatically speed up your progress towards becoming a great player and achieving the goals that you have set for yourself. Likewise, it's obvious that when you tell yourself you'd like to do something instead of actually doing it, you are leaving the door open for excuses to creep into your mind. And as a result, you slowly allow mediocrity to enter your guitar playing and your progress hits a wall. It's been said that a man who truly wants something will find a way. A man who doesn't will find an excuse. Excuses spell death to your musical goals. Fortunately, it is very simple to turn this all around. It starts with simply imagining what would happen to your guitar playing if you could replace the I'd like to part in the statements you just heard earlier with I am. Repeat after me the following statements, and yes, actually do speak them out loud if you want to get any benefit out of doing this. I am learning how to practice guitar more effectively. I am waking up early every morning to work towards mastering my guitar playing. I am learning from and being trained by a world-class guitar teacher, coach, and trainer. I am focused and disciplined. I am becoming the great guitar player that I demand of myself to become. I am in control of my own destiny. Now, imagine how different your guitar playing would be right now if all the statements you just verbalized to yourself actually were true for you. Think of how much faster your progress would be and how much more you would enjoy the process of getting to your goals if you could honestly say yes to all of these points. Hey, even if only half of them were true, your playing would be a lot better than it is right now. Take a moment and really think about just that fact. Now guess what? These statements absolutely can be true for you. This starts with choosing what matters. The bridge between saying I'd like to and saying I am is saying I choose. Becoming a great guitar player is simply a choice. As I mentioned a moment ago, finding out the right things to practice is not that hard. Anyone can do this, really. The real difference between great and average guitarists is the choice that great players make to become great. This choice is the product of their bad enough desire to reach their goals, combined with the reasons behind these goals. So instead of giving in to excuses, mediocrity, and laziness, challenge yourself to choose the path towards greatness. To do that, replace the excuse for not doing something with a reason to do it. Let's do this together right now. Repeat each sentence out loud after me, one at a time. Then pause the video and complete the part of the sentence that comes after the word because, with your reason for wanting to take action. Ready? Here we go. I choose to learn how to practice guitar effectively because I choose to wake up early every morning to work towards mastering my guitar playing because I choose to learn from and be trained by a world-class top guitar teacher, coach, and trainer because I choose to be focused and disciplined because I choose to and demand of myself to become a great guitar player because I choose to be in control of my own destiny because once you replace excuses with bad enough reasons, everything will become much easier. Your reasons are what drives your choices and cause you to take actions to achieve great things. So when all of your friends are noodling around on the guitar, playing the same old riffs instead of really practicing, sleeping more than they should, or playing video games, you will be the one taking action, one step at a time, to fulfill your dream and become the great guitar player you are destined to be. While having a bad enough desire is the starting point of your guitar playing greatness, you build true long-term motivation for practicing as a result of one positive action building upon another. In addition to focusing on your long-term guitar playing goals, focus on the feeling of achievement you get after taking even a small step towards becoming a better player. Whether you just completed several hours of intense guitar practice or simply woke up early to make time for 30 minutes of guitar playing before work, this will give you the motivation you need to keep going tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. As you do this every day, these actions will compound upon themselves to transform you into the great guitar player that you desire to become. Focus on how each great step along the journey feels, and you will be more motivated to strive to achieve this feeling every single day. So, do you want to become a great guitarist bad enough? Or are you just like most people who kind of want it but never achieve it? Don't be like most guitar players who only work half-ass to become better players. You are better than that and deserve better than that. Getting started on the path to great guitar playing is both the hardest and the easiest part. Start by doing something now, right now, and achieve a victory for yourself in this moment. Start building positive momentum that will blaze the path to your guitar playing greatness.